Mesachas Megillah daf Chav Ches. The Gemara says, "Kol tamachachim shemavorich lefonov afilu koyin gadol am oretz uisi tamachachim chayiv misa." Rashi explains that if someone sees a tamachachim shafal in front of am oretz, oy me'einachas ruach b'Torah. The Turi Evan asks, what's the understanding in this Gemara? Why is it that Tamachachim is Mechuyev Misa, the Gemara in Kedushin is Mavur, the Rav Shemachal al Kvoide Machal, so since he can Mechal on his covered, why is it that it's Mechuyev Misa? V'letz Amoretz be Mevorach in front of him. So Turi Evan says, the understanding is, according to what's Mavur in the Rivash, that only on Kvoide he can be Mechal, however on his Bezoyin he can't be Mechal, so therefore, by letting Amoretz be Mevorach it's considered bezoyin and it's osir. Another teretz you can say, according to what's mavur, a tremendous yisoid in the Biskarov, in the Hilchas Talmud Torah, that there's two separate halachas in cover of Talmud Chacham. That he says that the Rambam paskins that a rabbi muvik shemochel al kvoide mochel, and the Mepharshim asks why specifically Rabbi Muvik, any Rav that's mochel al kvoide mochel. So the Biskarov says a tremendous yisoid that these two separate halachas in the halacha of kavod hamachachim. There's one halacha in kavod u'moyed that you mechuyev l'Rabbi Muvik, and there's another halacha of hider, that one is mechuyev to all talmidei chachamim, and these two halachas are chalukin heim b'yisoidam, that the halacha of hider is specifically within the Rames and to all talmidei chachamim, and since it's to be mahader the Talmud Chachams, therefore we find the Gemara in Kedushin says that it's not noyig in the Beit HaMerchatz because it's not a kimo sheyesh behid if you'll stand up for a Talmud Chacham Beit HaMerchatz, and you're not being mahader the Talmud Chacham ever. The gabed halacha of kavod u'moira that you're mechuyev l'rabbi, it's not to make him a hudder, so therefore pertain even the Beit HaMerchatz. So Biskrov explains according to this that a Rav could be Meichel is covered is only covered the Moira, that there's a Chiv l'Rabbi. So since it's something you Mechuyev l'Rav, so therefore you can Meichel. However, Hider you can't be Meichel. So therefore he explains that before in the Gemara Kedushin that even after Talmud Chacham's Meichel, still Hider you have to do, and explains because the Chiv Hider still retains, and therefore you have to Mahader. So according to this, Yosef hated about was sugyas, although on cover the Moira Talmud Chacham Meichel, but on Hider, that one is mechuyev to mahadel Talmud Chacham doesn't pass Megillah, so therefore by letting Amoretz be mevorich in front of a Talmud Chacham, he's being over on the chiv hider of Talmud Chacham. We can find on the Gemara Beit says that but hakneset about midrashos shebebavel al Tnai masuyin, but nevertheless you cannot be noyig behem kalos rosh. There's a tremendous machlokes rishonim in understanding of the sugya. Rashi and other rishonim say even b'shas yeshuvon, at the time the shul is b'yeshuvon, it passes a Tnai. However, Tosis and the Rosh learned that only after churbanon it's mahani the Tnai to mishtamish with the Beit hakneset, and it brings a right from the fact that the Gemara brings that the Amoraim didn't want to go into the shul because of the chachamim sakoch. You see, that doesn't pass the Tnai to be mated to mishtamish with the Beit hakneset at the time of Yeshua. And Tosis explains that specifically, but hakneset in Bovel passes a Tnai because at the time of Mashiach will be pocket the Kedusha. However, the hakneset in Eretz Yisrael, it doesn't pass a Tnai b'chlal. The Magen Avram asks, what's the difference? Why is the Kedusha and the Beit HaKnesses in Bovel and Elaz, it's moving more further, that the Beit HaKnesses, Shebebavel, there are Sidim Shtetikva Be'eretz Yisrael. And he says it could be that if the Beit HaKnesses was chorv before this man of Mashiach, then it won't be Kaveh in Eretz Yisrael. And he says, no, it's only the binyan itself will be hukfa in Eretz Yisrael, and not the karka. And he says it can't be because the Gemara learns it out on top of a caramel, and over there the mountains itself will be nikba in Eretz Yisrael. And the Magen Avram asks another tremendous kasha on Tosis. He says, why doesn't it pass a Tnai on the Beit HaKnesset Boid Yeshuvon? Why is it that it doesn't pass a Tnai the same way it passes a Tnai by Dvarim Shebekdusha according to many Mefarshim? So why can't you make a Tnai on the Kedusha Beit HaKnesset? So the Avram says the teretz is that it doesn't pass a Tnai to be mata kalas roish. However, other shtamshas that's not kalas roish, Taka helps a Tnai. The Bialocha says another teretz. The reason why it doesn't pass a Tnai specifically on the Beit hakneset is because since there is a chiyuv to make a mikdash ma'at, to build a Beit hakneset, if you make a Tnai and mafkiya the kedusha of a Beit hakneset, therefore you'll be mevatel the mitzvah of being a Beit hakneset, so therefore it doesn't pass a Tnai. Einer Moshe is tshuva has a discussion about an area that they were concerned that they'll have to leave the area right away because of the goyim, and they made a minyan in a place like a library without the kedushas Beit hakneset. So they want to know if they could sell the mokum that they use for tefillah. So Moshe says that the only reason why you can't make a Tnai is because of masna mashav kosev b'Torah, and Moshe's mashma, it's a real halacha. It's the ikad din of masna mashav kosev to bottle, even though the chiv to build the Beit hakneset is only midabonon, even on dabonon pas halacha of masna mashav kosev b'Torah to bottle. The Bialocha's mashma, the Chazal will ikad the Tnai. It's not the regular halacha of masna mashav kosev b'Torah to bottles. So Moshe says that specifically when you made the Beit hakneset with the Tnai, is it new bottle? However, if be'ikra you weren't kaveya or mokum for Beit hakneset, it's takanachal the kedusha. And Moshe explains that understanding in the Magen Avram is we did master mashkatsav to bottle, but the Magen Avram holds there's two different levels in the kedusha of a Beit hakneset, kedusha kala and kedusha chamura. So you can make a Tnai that you can mishtamish the Beit hakneset, so it won't be kala kedusha chamura b'hamiyas. It's kala kedusha kala, and therefore it's also mekalas roish for ayin sham. Moving further, where it says the Ravina Rav the Barava, we're talking and learning with Rava outside, and then it started raining. They went into the shul and they said that they're going into the shul is not because of the rain, rather because Shmaitz Beit Slusa Kiyom de Istina. The Mishnah Berurah says that's mavur in this sugya that it wouldn't help to say a pasuk in order not to be considered being over and mishtamish Beit hakneset. The same way it's mavur, and the more further that if you have to go into a shul for bir konis, you let us say a pasuk or sit in the shul. But over here, when you're going into the Beit hakneset to save yourself from rain, it's mavur. It doesn't help to say a pasuk, because if it would help, why do they have to say they're going in? Because the Shmaitz Beit Slusa, the fact that they're going in to learn should be enough. However, the Aruch HaShulchan disagrees and says even when you're going in the mitzvah, it's mahani to say a pasuk. The Emek Bracha explains that you can madcha the raya of the Mishnah Berurah from our sugya, because over here, since they were learning outside the Beis Medrash, so therefore it's nikr, they're not going into the shul to learn. Rather, it looks like the only reason why they're going into the shul is because of the rain, so therefore they had to say specifically because of Shmaitz Beit Slusa. Moving further on, Rashi explains that Shmaitz Beit Slusa, that you need das tzlula yosheves she'eni tord beklum machshava. Eine Sefer Gvur is Yitzchak from Yitzchak Siratzkin Shlita that brings the Rambam in Perek Aleph Hilchos Talmud Torah that Kol Ish Yisrael's Chayv b'Talmud Torah ben Oni ben Oshir and Tzorchi. And what's the beer and the arichas of the Rambam that anybody is mechuyev in Talmud Torah? What's the chiddush? Why is it different than other mitzvahs that doesn't say Protim or Kol Ish Yisrael's mechuyev in the mitzvahs? It's poshut that everyone's mechuyev in mitzvahs. So Yitzchak Siratzkin says that Emes you find the more in the Yuma Daf Lamed Hey the Oni v'Oshir the Rosh Shabbat Nadin, and they ask him why didn't learn Torah. And they say they were Torud, and the Gemara says you should have learned from Hillel, from Yosef HaTzadik, and Tzorchian, what the talmidei with Torud is. So Yitzchak Siratzkin says that Be'emes is Mavur in the Gemara, and Shabbos Daf Peiches, that Maminim Bo Sama the Chaya, that the Maminim in Talmud Torah is Sama the Chaya, and Rashi says the understanding is my meaning bo the oiskim bechol koicham utrudim ladasoinam, the beer in my meaning in Divrei Torah, that the Torah is nasa Sama the Chaya, so on. That's oisik bechol koicham utrudim ladasoida. There is the ikut surah of the mitzvah of Talmud Torah is to be chorud ladasoida, and oisik bechol koicham. So it says therefore the Oni and the Oshir, that they were Torah, they had other tierdis on their mind, so therefore it's a havamina that they can't do the mitzvah of Talmud Torah properly, they can't be involved b'chol koicha and shudim da'asoida. And that's what the Gemara says, nevertheless you learn out from Hillel, from Yosef and others, that there is an obligation in all situations to make your mind clear, to be able to learn Torah without any tirda. And he says like that's more in the Gemara over here. The Shmaitza Boitzlusa needs a clarity of mind. She'enei Torah b'klum machshavos, as Miyoshev hated the Rama had to say specifically about Talmud Torah. The whole issue Yisrael mechuyev in Talmud Torah. Ein oid the Shir and Tnai Daf Chavtes they brought from Yaakov that the Iker Mitzvahs Talmud Torah is Limud Be'iyun. It's also hated according to this Yisrael over here that the Iker Talmud Torah is a Talmud Torah of Maminim Ba that's Oisik B'chol Koichem V'Tudim L'Dasoida.